afternoon, and good evening. I'm Bob Getz, producer and host of this week's OmnTV show. With us tonight we have a young man by the name of Cory M. Coons from the South Mountain, Ontario. Hi, Cory.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
I don't know. It's just been one of those days today. For those that just tuned in and saw the intro music, the song title is called Nowhere But Here. I believe, Cory, you wrote that yourself?
Yeah, that's an original song that I wrote.
So for you out there, we decided to play about 50 to 60 minutes of the intro. You won't hear the rest of the song during this interview, but we hope to get it down and showcasing it sometime in the near future. Cory, about that song, can you describe what that song's all about?
Yeah, that's just about getting yourself knocked down and getting back in the game, sort of thing.
Like now?
Maybe, if you feel that way. Just still being here and kind of fighting your way through the adversities and.
Oh, like now?
Yeah, sure.
This is. What was I going to... Oh, no, I know what I was going to say. Can we describe who Cory Coons actually is?
Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter, musician of many years. Been playing music, writing music, and recording music most of my life, my adult life, since I was 13, and I'm 43 now, so it's taken a big...
30 years. We don't have to...
Yeah, we want to get technical. I mean, seriously, since probably I was about 19, if you want to talk about, going on the road sort of thing,
Okay.
and traveling and performing music. Started doing that once I left high school and went on the road in northern Ontario back in the early 90s, and then in the later 90s I took off and did some touring in the southeast in the States as well with a different group of guys doing the retro cover material. So, and then after that kind of got back into writing and doing my own thing again, and just been doing that ever since.
Well, the first song that that will be showcased is you actually performing up on stage with a number of individuals. One, Michelle Arthur, who happens to be your sister-in-law, and Kevin Amon, I believe you pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
Can you at least give us the description of what 7 Year Itch is all about?
It's a little bit about spirituality and believing in your dreams. There's a line at the end of the second verse, I believe. Don't let your music die alone and go unsung. So that's kind of a little bit of a metaphor based on, if anybody's familiar with Dr. Wayne Dyer, he's a spiritual type of speaker. Kind of talked about, like I said, using that as a metaphor, not letting your music die alone without people hearing it, sort of thing. So, which is a big part of what I do. So.
Okay. Well, for you out there, here's Cory Coons performing on stage. 7 Year Itch. Enjoy.
It's actually an older song of mine, but we never actually had a chance to finish it as far as the studio stuff goes. So, hope you like this one. It's part of the freedoms I did down there. It's called 7 Year Itch. Be
how do I put it? I think we were talking about just before the last song on your touring. Where did you do your recording, and who'd you do the recording with?
I've recorded in many studios over the years. Depends on which song or which album I guess we're talking about. The most recent Share a Little Time EP that I just released late last year was actually recorded in California. I took a trip down there to work with Ron Nevison, a pretty major producer over the years. So Share a Little Time was the title track for that EP that we just finished. Over the years I've done stuff here locally in Ontario with a good friend of mine, Mr. Bob Windsor, who did the last CD I did in 2012 prior to Share a Little Time. And that's called, oh geez, I have a mind blank for a second. No, Here and Now, sorry. Here and Now was my CD from 2012.
Well, let me see. The song that you got coming up next, it's called Share a Little Time. Can you give our viewers a little bit about that song?
Yeah, that's a little bit about being lonely. Just holding on to the precious time that we have and sharing it, and it talks a little bit about people that we've had in our lives who've kind of come and gone along the way. So, just, I guess that's sort of what it's about.
Yeah. For you out there, find that loved one. Share a Little Time by Cory Coons. Enjoy.
All of these things I've been wanting to tell you, but God only knows what's in store for me. I'm only trying to curb the aggravation. These things ain't always what they seem to be. Share a little time with me. In troubled times it's what I need. When there ain't that much to believe, just share a little time with me. Looking back over my shoulder, time seems frozen in my mind. Worried feelings still they haunt me. How can I escape the truth? So many thoughts of things to say, but nobody wants to bear the blame. Just share a little time with me. So many people here and gone, wondering if they still belong. Share a little time with me. The road ahead brings many turns, twisting on and changing pace. But too many times we try to see what lies around the bend.
Okay, well, share a little time. Well, next thing we're going to be talking about is a song titled Roses Need the Rain. I know you're not a gardener as far as that song is concerned. It has some other meaning to it, I presume.
Yeah, Roses Need the Rain is a little bit about rebellion. I guess you could consider it even teenage rebellion or in your youth sort of thing. You know, two kids kind of against the world and yeah, just out there taking their chances.
Well, before we actually get to that, the song itself, can you tell us a little bit about your home as far as, God, whatever description you want to give as far as the mountains, the lakes, the rivers, whatever you deem that's going to fascinate our viewers.
Well, it's funny. I'm from a town called South Mountain, but there actually is no mountain to be seen within quite a few miles of here. So we're close to the border of New York State, actually, where I'm located in eastern Ontario. The term mountain actually comes from there's a town called Mountain, and then there's South Mountain, which is obviously south of the town of Mountain. So originally Mountain was Mountain Station, where there's a railroad track that goes through, and there was a train station and everything there originally. So, but I believe that town was named after a gentleman whose last name was Mountain. So that's where that comes from. So it's funny if, you know, people ask, where's the mountain in South Mountain? You know, well, there isn't any, so.
It took me a while to try to figure that out when I'm, of course, you know, you Google who you are and where you're from, and I'm seeing a bunch of things like almost like a flatland where the lake seems to overrun the roads. And
we're close to the St. Lawrence River, like that's the one that borders between us and New York State. So.
Well, here's Cory Coons performing Roses Need the Rain.
It was a hot summer night and the moon was red. Down in the valley neath the watershed, she was looking for a king and I was working on a dream. But there weren't no promises we could keep, oh no. Then she told me that she loved me and we tore a page out of Old Man Winter back in '98. Down the back streets, tires screeched, the chase was on. The sirens blared, we ran the red and we were almost home. I'm gonna love you, baby, just the same. Ain't no matter what your daddy say. And I'm gonna need you, baby, just the same, like the roses need the rain.
Now, for you out there, the next song coming up is going to be a little bit early. And the reason why I'm saying that, it says the 1st of July is the title of the song, and I do believe Cory's show, when it goes off, is actually going to be much sooner than the 1st of July. So, Cory, the title of the song, 1st of July, what's the meaning behind that?
Well, the meaning behind that song is probably, two people finding true friendship on the verge of being in love, sort of thing, falling in love. So it's kind of one of those stories where you're, it's complicated, I guess, if you're kind of friends and then you're on the verge of falling in love, like I said. But the 1st of July, that title in my head was based on, because if you're not, I don't know if you're familiar with Canada, but the 1st of July is Canada's birthday as well. So there's elements of the song that talk about, fireworks and different things, and so that kind of idea was going in my head when I wrote the song too, is to kind of, to build on. So, but yeah, basically on the, friendship on the verge of love.
Well, here you go, folks. 1st of July. Cory M. Coons. see. I've got here, right here in my clipboard, it basically says, Cory now continues to perform as a solo recording artist and a songwriter, and has just become the 2014 Los Angeles Music Awards recipient of the prestigious Producer's Choice for a Studio Album of the Year. And believe it or not, it was for a song that was actually showcased earlier in the show called Share a Little Time. How was that?
How was the experience, you mean?
Yeah, how was the experience?
It was a fantastic experience. Like I said, beginning with the recording project for the album last January, not this past January this year, but in 2014, and then getting an email to come down and attend the showcase for the LA Music Awards, as I had a couple nominations there for that, and then returning in November to Los Angeles to be presented with the Studio Album of the Year for that EP. So I was very, very honored.
Now, it says here that you opened and performed alongside such treasured national Canadian artists, and I'm sorry to say, I'm not familiar with, as far as that part's concerned, but I'd like you to give me a little, or you know, the viewers out there, about the artists that I'm about to name. April Wine, Kim Mitchell, Glass Tiger, David Wilcox and the Prairie Oyster. Now, were top-notch bands and performers in Canada?
Yeah, April Wine is a classic rock band that's been going for well 40 years now. We're just inducted into the the Canadian Music Hall of Fame, I believe, for the at the Juno Awards, which is kind of our version of the Grammys sort of thing. So they're a very well-known classic band in this country, and I think they had a bit of notoriety in the States as well over the years, maybe not in certain areas, but. And then there's Kim Mitchell, who was a big 80s artist as well, who did an opening for at one point. I'm sorry, who else were we talking about?
Let me see, the Glass Tiger?
Glass Tiger was another 80s band in Canada. Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone was one of their biggest singles that they had. So bands like that would just in this country is kind of a thrill to have been part of doing shows with.
Well, I'm sorry to not actually know them, but I guess after we're done here, I'm gonna get on and Google just to find out who they actually are, just so I don't feel like this is. Never mind, I won't tell you. The next song that we're going to be talking about is called Crumbs. That is another live performance on stage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's an acoustic performance of that song, which I always kind of like to perform. It's kind of one of my I think ones that the crowd seems to really enjoy a lot whenever I do shows. Seems to be sort of a request and a song that people like to hear. So,
well, here's Crumbs by Cory Coons. Enjoy.
This is an original song, it's called Crumbs.
Some
there goes the man. On the white grass under the head. There's a weeping willow on the head. You miss nobody there. And I told her to cry out to the dark. There stands a shadow over my wall. Ain't never been stronger than I am. Still no lock, not no door. You can't find no crumbs in the kitchen floor. All the reason all there was throwing things away to dust. Thank you guys very much. My name's Cory. Thanks for coming out. Shout out to my harmonies, special Steve on bass, and Kevin on the drum kit. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. Thank you so much.
Well, so far we've made it through basically 5/6 of the show. Now, the last song, Remember Me, I believe you stated that it was written for your folks?
Or about
Yeah,
your folks.
Yeah, that song is a tribute to my mom and dad who have passed away. So it was something that meant a lot to me to write a song about the two people who are the biggest reason for what I do today, and just wanted to showcase a tribute to them for all they meant to me over the years. And obviously they've passed away too soon, so I wanted to do something for them in honor of them.
Well, for those who haven't seen the video as of yet, I will attest, it is a great song in memory of his parents. A song pretty much, if you were to sing it, it would fit your family. It's done that well. So
Thank you.
that's no problem there. So here's Remember Me by Cory M. Coons. I know you'll like it.
Remember me with the autumn leaves. I can see your face that smile like a beauty queen. It's a mystery, sometimes hard to believe, why some things just won't ever be the same. Well, they say time is a healer, and the hand that holds our fate. In the blink of an eye, we're left hanging on the edge of broken dreams. You can't turn back the time, you can't erase the pain. You can only face new days. That's when destiny calls, they say. Charmed in grace, like the wisest sage. I can hear your voice, I can feel you speak my name. It's a mystery, it's still so hard to believe, All those memories just can't ever be replaced. Well, they say time is a healer, and the hand that holds our fate. In the blink of an eye, we're left hanging on the edge of broken dreams. You can't turn back the time, you can't erase the pain. You can only face new days. That's when destiny calls, they say. It's a mystery, sometimes hard to believe, why some things just won't ever be the same. Well, they say time is a healer, and the hand that holds our fate. In the blink of an eye, we're left hanging on the edge of broken dreams. You can't turn back the time, you can't erase the pain. You can only face new days. That's when destiny calls, they say. That's when destiny calls, they say. Remember me with the autumn leaves.
Well, Cory, looks like we're actually going to make it to the end of the interview.
What you got here?
Oh, God. 3 SD cards later, we're here. Now, the song we just got done showcasing that you performed is Remember Me. Can you tell us a little bit more about that song, more than what you did earlier, or you're just fine with that?
I think it just, like I said, just basically it encompasses. It's my tribute to my parents, who meant the world to me over the years, and I felt I wanted to honor them in that song, and just because they're such a big part of my life. So.
You know, my parents passed away about 3 to 4 years ago. My dad was basically a couple weeks after his 81st birthday. So,
Sorry to hear.
well, you asked me if the gentleman, Ron Gagnon, who was generally my co-host, his dad and my dad passed away we're the same age. Ron and I are the same age, and they just passed away just 2 or 3 months separate from each other.
Oh, wow.
Talk about ironic.
Yeah.
So, but let's talk about websites. If anybody wants to go to your website, which one would you prefer?
My official website is www.corymcoons.com. So you can pretty much find anything you need to find there. There's links to Facebook, YouTube, my press kit, pictures, audio, video, whatever you need there. So that's my official website, corymcoons.com. And my Facebook link for my artist page is facebook.com/CoryMCoons.artist-page. And that's my main Facebook link
That's
for my music.
Coons.
.artist-page.
Okay. I got it. I got it. And if I got it, you guys will get it out there too. So, well, I'm sort of. I was going to say I'm sorry we're going to be cutting this short, but it wasn't really short, was it?
Fix it all in editing.
Oh man! For you folks out there, you have to understand what we went through tonight just to get this interview, and all of it was my fault. Not his at all. It's all mine. So, well, I want to thank you personally for allowing us into your home to interview you as an artist and showcase your music.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I truly appreciate it, and look forward to maybe speaking with you again at some point.
I do hope, if you ever come down our way, I would hope that if you come close to our way, letting me know where you're going to be in case we're close enough to actually take a venture to go in that direction. And
For sure.
I would hope to sometime down the road when you make another, you call it an EP?
Yeah, the latest recording was a 5-song EP, so.
To where we can probably do a second interview with the new music as opposed to what we just showcased.
Yeah.
Sure. And do it much better. So I can laugh at myself now. Well, this is where I gotta say fond adieu. And then, by the way, you're married and you have one child?
Yeah, we have an 11-month-old daughter. Charlie Lynn is her name.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. She lights up our life.
Well, they all do until they get older.
I keep hearing that.
And then when you think they're out of the house, they ain't. They come back. So whatever breather that you get when they get old enough to go out, take it and run. Because when they come back, it's all over again.
Okay.
No, but anyway, you have a good night and a safe week.
You too. Thank you very much.
No problem. I thank you again. Yeah, we made it through. My God. Well, welcome back to I'm going to say the last 15 minutes of Cory Coons' interview. We have just enough time to showcase 3 more songs. First one is a gentleman and his band. First time. The band's name is J-Tex and the Volunteers. J-Tex himself was born right here in Detroit, Michigan, but calls home in Copenhagen, Denmark. He's traveled Nashville and southern states, and now he travels throughout Europe. He's got that unique style of a country sound, bluesy. Well, you'll see what I mean when you hear the next song called Ships Coming In. I loved it, and I know you will too. Enjoy.
There's a ship coming in from the far, far east, and I wonder if it's mine. It brings us gold and let this ship roll on in. Let them swim for their lives. We're gonna wash our hands in their blood for gold and silver rings. For gold and silver rings.
Our next performer, or I should say performers, have been on our show for, give or take, about 2 years now. They've combined on a number of projects. I'm talking about Jason Mark Yates and Darcy Javon. Now, Jason is from the UK and Darcy's from California, and they collaborate, as I said, quite often. The song that you'll be hearing tonight is titled Knock Down My Door. Great song. Enjoy.
Didn't think I'd get out of bed. I didn't wanna go outside, but laying there just messed with my head, thinking of all the girls who lied. So if somebody can be somebody to reach deep down inside of me, when somebody can be somebody, knock down my door, set me free. Maybe I'm a little naive, could explain why I've been burned, but I won't fight this need to believe in salvage love with what I've learned. So if somebody can be somebody to reach deep down inside of me, when somebody can be somebody, knock down my door, set me free. Set me free. Set me
Outstanding Jason and Darcy. Well, our last performance of the night is another new performer. She's from Wasaga Beach in Canada. What province? I haven't a clue. But this young lady has that sound of Carrie Underwood and Shania Twain. And those that know those two artists know exactly what I'm talking about. The song that Rebecca will be performing tonight is called Nobody Knows. I know you'll like it. Enjoy.
Nobody knows how my heart it aches every night. I pray your love will find me. Nobody knows how my mind escapes to a dream-like state where you're beside. Just to tell you, honey, if only I could find the right words. But I know regret is hard, no, it ain't worth running. And I don't want a heart that hurts when nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. How my knees go weak every time speak, or when you're smiling, and I'd risk it all just to tell you, honey, if only I could find the right words. But I know regret is hard, no, it ain't worth running. And I don't want a heart that hurts when nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'd risk it all just to tell you, honey, if only I could find the